there is a really important word that Mr. Peters used today. And the word Chewie was actually, there was a really important letter that Winston used today. And Winston's speech can be brought to you today by the letter S. The use of the letter S was very important today by Mr. Winston, Mr. Peters, because he promised to save the country billions, with an S, of taxpayer dollars by securing GSI to build the ferries. The S is important on that word. Billions, that's multiples of a billion, which means at least two of them. You don't save 1.2 billion and call it billions. So Mr. Peters has come out and he's used the letter S today. And it's very important for a couple of reasons. And the quote is actually in here. We can show you if you want me to be checked. I can check myself before I rickety wreck myself. No, I'm not going to be able to find it. It's in there. Trust me. Go look at it yourself. Why are you making me do all the work? Selfish. And I'm actually going to be a little bit gracious to this government. The IREX blowout was up to 3 billion. Some reports said it could be up to 4 billion. So let's call it 3.5 billion, somewhere in the middle, 3.5 billion. Mr. Peters has said today he is going to save the taxpayers billions. So that takes your 3.5 billion down to 1.5 billion because you've got to save a couple of billion. The sunk costs and the break fees have already cost us close to $700 million, like 680, 675, something like that. That means Mr. Peters, to hit his target, has $800 million. When we ordered the IREX ferries, they were going to cost 550. And that was in a time before the dinosaurs when you could build something at a reasonable cost. Mr. Peters, to hit his target of using the letter S, billions, has to get 2 ferries, do 2 wharves, and all the infrastructure, Chewie, for about 800 million. And that's me being generous, because if we go to the 3 billion number, that drops to about 400 million. That's all he's got to hit the savings of billions.
Well, remember, they may still try to do a sneaky.
A private partnership or something?
No, well, see, one of the things with the massive cost blowouts of the mega ferry project is it wasn't the ferries.
No,
yep. The shoreside infrastructure, right? So when they shit canned that, and a lot of the shuffling of the project from there is they were going to try and push the costs of the shoreside infrastructure off onto the councils in Wellington and Picton, so they could get that cost out of this ferry deal that they were doing. Because if you're going to come around and go, oh well, the IREX was going to cost say $5 billion, all told, everything, all inclusive. And then I've gone and done a deal for not 3 ferries, but 2 ferries from China, and it comes in at, $1.5 billion or whatever. You can go, see how much money I sold. Are we going to talk about the shoreside infrastructure that we still need to do because Picton's wharf is like over 120 years old? No, we're not going to talk about that. I'm a genius. I've saved so much money. Everything else is user pays. Everything else is coming out of ratepayers. We're not going to talk about it. Thank you, job done. So that is what I think is going to come out of here. The other thing I want to mention is the shipyard. It's a very busy shipyard, Pat. Do you know why?
Why?
They're building invasion barges for Taiwan at the moment. It's a massive shipyard, but the People's Liberation Army Navy is doing a lot of their building there at the moment as well.
seems to be a pretty. I mean, like I don't think we can question actually the shipyard, like itself. It's been going since 1954, I think I read. So it's been around. It seems to do the job.
It's a huge shipyard. But yeah, I don't know. One of the things that I thought of when I heard it was a Chinese shipyard is what shipyard has the better reputation.
Yeah.
And the Hyundai shipyard has a stellar international
gold standard.
Like gold standard. So I mean, this comes back to something that I've criticised Winston before. Like he criticised the talking about the shoreside infrastructure. I was saying they were going to build a Taj Mahal in Picton. This whole thing of
second-hand Corolla.
New Zealanders don't deserve nice things.
Yeah,
we don't have enough money. And again, it comes back to what we've been banging the pot about the whole time. Is we have the money. We have the means to get the money. We have low international debt levels. We have a class, a property owning class that is being undertaxed. And we are buying a long-term piece of infrastructure that is worth doing right. Do I think these Chinese manufactured ferries are going to have the same longevity? I think they have a big fucking question mark over them. And I think it's a question mark that we wouldn't have over them if we had the IREX ferry, which was designed for us, for our conditions and our requirements. I think this is short-term thinking, once again, from this government.
I just want to say, Chewie, we as a community right now, we want to say thank you to the ratepayers of Marlborough and thank you to the ratepayers of Wellington, because you guys are going to be fitting the bill for that wharf infrastructure. So for the rest of from the rest of the country, from the bottom of our heart, I want to say thank you. If you're a Wellington ratepayer and you voted for this coalition of chaos, and now your rates are going to go through the roof because of this new infrastructure, I thank you. Thank you, white man in his 60s, for your vote. Just kind of spitballing there. The other thing, though, is I think I've just finally seen a really good reason, from a spectator's point of view, that Andrew Little is the mayor of Wellington. Andrew Little fighting this government over wharf infrastructure will be worth watching. It will be worth watching.